Hello and welcome to the Battlin Barrow and a product review. Last month I got hold of the new Heroquest from Avalon Hill and now I want to get hold of the expansions. I'm jumping ahead a bit because Keller's Keep and Witchlord I have had back in the day for the original ones, so I'm sort of skipping those and trying to get hold of the ones that I didn't get hold of back in the day first. One of the ones I always wanted to get hold of was the Frozen Horror, and as it's now winter and kind of that time of year where it's snowy and cold, I thought I'd get hold of that and we can take a look at it. So this is it. Let's get it on the table and see what's inside. And this is what the box looks like. It's a big box expansion, but you know, a small box, so it's about a foot that wide. Full colour on the back as well, showing you the contents, which we'll have a look at in a minute. This one does feature the female barbarian model. I kind of would have liked to have seen a picture of her here rather than the male barbarian facing off against the Frozen Horror. A Yeti Wampa thing here and some ice gremlins here. This, I believe, was known as the Barbarian Quest Pack originally as well, the Frozen Horror Barbarian Quest Pack, because it does feature, it's all about the barbarian as the player. Let's have a look inside. We get the quest book. I'm not going to show you the quest too much because I won't spoil it, but in the quest book we get some new items for the alchemist shop, the contents, what they look like, what the symbols are for the maps and the rules for the different pieces here, like so. The new floor tiles, which we shall look at, basically how to use it, how to play with it. Before we get into some more of that, little message from Mentor, some more symbols here, and the quest. Don't want to show you too much here, but I don't want to spoil them. But the first few, how many quests do we get? We should have a look. I think we get 14. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. But anyway, the first few are solo quests. No, this doesn't mean that it's just one player. It does mean it's solo character quests, not solo player quests. So yeah, there's two for two players. One still playing the role of Zargon, and the other being the barbarian, male or female. The stats are the same. There's another one of those and another one of those. This is, so if you're starting from scratch, this is meant to be played after some of the other expansions. This will get you your solo barbarian up to scratch with the rest of your party if you're starting from scratch. So yeah, there's that. We have quest 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 10 quests, so I was wrong, but quests 9 and 10 are a two-parter, so you have to play part 9 before you can do 10, so that's an interesting concept. Have a conclusion and some artifact references that we have in the game, and some. This one has mercenaries, so these are the stats of mercenaries and stats for the monsters. Blank board, so you can design your own adventures with these symbols, probably print those out. This has an advert for the companion app, which, as you know by now, I am using to play through, and it's pretty cool. It's only available for iPhone and Android, which sucks, made it really difficult for me to try and get it onto the PC for you so you can look at, but it's doable. Yeah, what's that? Next up is the paper with the tiles. So we have a nice tile here with frozen yetis and war bears in, and outside snowy bit, really getting the seasonal snow in, fill in some tiles. I haven't punched them yet. More wound tiles, item tiles, wall tiles. I love that. That's great. That's great. So these will go over the board and replace the board. It's the end chamber area. Nice chasm here. Some more blockers, more holes. Cage and a chasm. So that is that. The tray needs a special mention now. It looks like there's only one layer here. We're wrong, because this top bit comes out, and so in here we have more layers of monsters. Here, I love the fact that when this top tray is in, yeah, Frozen Horror is prominent. In my actual look at the base game, I sort of mentioned how the tray, people complained that the tray holds the miniatures too tight, and mine didn't seem to do that. So I was wondering if that was a late printing. This does have that problem though. The miniatures are in here really tight. Oh, this is not, if I use this as a demonstration, and yeah, so if you had painted these, that's gonna rub your paint off. So what I've been trying to do, as you probably saw underneath, is just loosely put them in just to see how it goes. We'll have a look at the miniatures in a moment. First, let's look at the cards. The cards come in this, which I probably don't need, this sort of, these sleeves just hold them in place. Probably won't need those. We have the rules for the crossbow, the henchman. We have crossbowman, halberdier, swordsman, and scout, and they are male, female, male, female. Fair enough. We have cards for the monsters: the polar warbear, the yeti looking like a wampa, the ice gremlin, and the frozen horror, each with their own special abilities. The ice gremlin has one where it steals items. I can't help thinking of Golden Axe, of those little imps you have to kick. I know you steal items of them, but I kind of like that. That's going to be the noise that goes through my head when I'm playing with that in my mind. You have the barbarian card. You are the barbarian, and this is just the female version of the barbarian. The stats are exactly the same, looking with red hair, because all female barbarians have to be red Sonya. That is the law. I didn't make that up. That's the law, at least in Britain. Where you are might change. Next we have some equipment items. These are new equipment items that we've seen in the book already. So we have the potion of battle rage, potion of rejuvenation, potion of icy strength, and potion of frost skin. So these would just get whacked into your deck. Now, as far as I can tell, unless I am blind here, perhaps someone who's owned this longer than me, normally on things like this, when we have our cards, we normally have a little symbol here to see what expansion this is from. So if I can shuffle these into my main deck now, but if I wanted to separate and just play base again, I could get rid of the symbols and put them back into this box. I can't seem to see that, so I guess I'd have to look into the manual, because it does say what cards it does mention these in the rule book, so I'd have to look at that. A bit of an annoyance really, that each time I have to separate out, I'm going to have to do that. Next up, treasure cards, and likewise no symbols here telling me where these come from. But in this we have some poison, potion of magic resistance, potion of warmth, and that is it. So just some new potions. Handy though. I'd imagine potion of warmth while we're in a frozen horror type game. These are the artifacts which you've seen in the rulebook as well, and just to save time, no symbol. Amulet of the North, Amulet, Ring of Warmth, Armband of Ice, Snowshoes of Speed, Spell Scroll, Spell Scroll, Spell Scroll, Spell Scroll, Spell Scroll, Spell Scroll. So those are your artifacts. And then dread spells. Likewise, these are all wintry, chilly themed. Hence here the chill, Ice Wall, Skit. I guess that's ice skating. Ice Storm. Mind freeze. That's like someone with eating some seriously cold ice cream. Got brain freeze. And soothe. Let's have a look next at the dice, because we get some new dice here. So we get 6 combat dice and 4 6 combat dice and 2 movement dice. These are themed to be icy. These dice, whilst they're a different colour, they are no different to the combat dice in the base game, but they are translucent blue, giving it a look of a block of ice. So hey, save that one. Kill that one. Hey. And likewise, these dice, no different to normal dice, but they're just blue to suit the box. So when we're fighting ice monsters, we use these dice for the monsters, and these dice to move the monsters around. Just because why not? Let's have a look at the plastic. Let's have a look at the female barbarian quickly before I paint them. Same plastic as the base set, and same sort of detail, nice crisp detail, so that's pretty cool. Ooh. Swordsman, woman. There are 4 distinct poses of henchmen, but each set of 3, should I say, are the same model. So you get 3 of these. Halberdiers, you're gonna get 3 of these. Whoa, see what I mean about that box. I'm going to get a crossbow person. Oh, I should have kept this one out, shouldn't I? Swordsman. So that's pretty cool. In the bottom tray we get some character sheets, more character sheets. These will keep going forever between this and the base game. These are of course themed blue and have a frozen axe to suit the actual overall theme of the box set. In here we get 2 polar warbears, because why wouldn't you want polar warbears? 2 yetis looking like wampus, and these will be painted up like wampus. Oh, that is great. Does look like he's got a bit of a 70s haircut there though. Cool. And 3 ice gremlins. These little guys are going to be stealing your gear. So that's pretty cool. Also get doors. Now these doors here have snow on top. Looks pretty frozen and icically. This one is going to be the entrance into the areas a lot of time rather than the stairs, and this will be your exit out of it. So you don't use the stairs, which is a nice interesting addition to the game. And finally, sitting down here all the way through this is the big guy. This is a hefty lump of plastic. The Frozen Horror himself, the titular Frozen Horror. Lovely and detailed, cool detailed base. Yeah, so that is what you get within the box. All very worth it.